what's up, everyone? All right, what's up, everyone? We should be live. Wait a second. All right, so we should be live for the quarterfinals of the Mental Athlete Championship. Okay, so let's get going. It's been a busy day, guys. I'll tell you guys more about that very soon. Okay, he's playing well. Go with d4, but it's a bit dry. I guess I'll go here, but I don't really have anything, but okay, what to do. Alright, so stream should be working fine. Let me know if there's any issues. Okay, so we're playing the first game. Okay, goes there. Don't really want to trade the bishops, so I'll move it back. But yeah, I don't really have an advantage here whatsoever. But the coverage will also be on Canty's channel. But yeah, just letting everyone know it's been a long day. Okay. He's playing pretty well so far. That's an annoying move. Let me see, can I go queen b3, 93, 95? Okay, now he is starting to take. Could go 92, could go 94. It's just kind of annoying, honestly. Don't like how this game is going at all, but okay. I'll try to read chat in between games, by the way, guys. During the games, I'm focused. So let's see, if he takes the I recapture with the knight. I'm gonna say I take with the knight. You know, I would say I'm a tiny bit better here, but really not much. But you know, I have two bishops. Okay, everything's protected. Oh wait, I'm down on time. I have to speed up a little bit. Okay. Goes there. How do I get this knight into the game? Okay. Gotta move. Completely missed that for no reason. Just a draw. I probably just have to take it, yeah. It's kind of annoying, but I think I just have to take the draw. Given the fact that this is a match. I'm not a minute on the clock game. Tough first game. He played pretty well. I mean, it was definitely better at some point. But anyway, oh. Okay, it's a 4-game match, so first with 2.5. Can I go 94 here? Okay, I can go A5, I can also not, so 97 before, maybe I take, and take. I think I'm gonna go A5. Okay, I suppose I just take with the pawn. Okay, he's gonna recapture and then. Okay, just need to play quickly this game. Okay, b5. I was thinking to go c5. Probably rook c1. I guess knight b3. Okay, queen e5. Logical. Knight e4 and then knight g4 could be annoying. Knight e2, okay, but knight g4. If I move like rook c, queen b2, so I like knight g4 to provoke a weakness. Okay, he has to go g3, I believe. Yeah, and then okay, we're up on time, we're better on the board. bishop h3. Wait. Bishop h3, knight e3 looks winning. Go bishop h3 right away, or knight e3. So let me think. Knight e3 right away. Queen c3. Maybe even like rook c8 there. And then bishop h3 looks really good. Yeah, I think he blundered. Okay, bishop h3. Okay, sending knight takes c4. Okay. He wants maybe like there and there. I think rook c1. So I'll talk a little bit more after this game. For now, we'll just focus on the chess. Okay, I have 92, which I really like. If he takes, I take. I mean, trades are good for me in material, so let's just do that. Queen xb5, queen xc1. I can also do that, just take and take on b6. That looks pretty good as well. Yeah, through there. Queen xb5, I think it takes 92. So take, I think on b6. Okay. Hmm. Okay, I mean, at some point I'll definitely give a check, so let's do that. Okay, I think Queen H5. Do you need a move? I need a move. Okay, H3 is GG. Okay, good stuff in this game. Okay, all right, I think. Wait, let me check real quick. Jane, there's a break now, right, or not? Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. All right, guys. There's a little break right now. Okay, win the second game. Very important. Take the lead in the match. I'll step away for just a second. But yeah, if we get one more point, we win. So yeah, I'll be right back. What's up, everyone? Wait, where did I leave my headphones? Wait 1 second. Alright guys, couple of things. So yeah, right now we're playing the Mental Athlete Championship, so we'll focus on that for now. Yesterday was a big day because I went to the funeral of Dejan Erditsky in San Francisco. Got back today, so it was a really busy day. Traveled in the morning and traveled back at night. So got back this morning, honestly barely got any sleep. So we might talk a little bit more about that later, so we'd really appreciate it, if everyone's being nice and respectful in the chat. So yeah, just wanted to give everyone a heads up of everything that has been going on, and which is why, of everything that has been going on. In the meantime, I'm waiting for Canty to give us a green light as to when we can start the next game. Okay, Canty's doing an interview right now. I don't know if we're supposed to wait or what the thing is. Canty is commentating on his channel, twitch.tv/GMCanty. So I'm not sure if we should wait or if we can just start the next game. But anyway, I hope all of you are doing well. Did I know Diana Erdetsky personally? Personally, yes. Oh, Spice. Spice headphones are fine, but please no move suggestions. Okay, so I'm not reading the chat at all. But Spice, if you see moves in the chat, just delete them. I mean, I'm not reading the chat, but just to avoid any confusion. All right. I don't know what the. It's a 4-game match, so first to 2.5. Thank you, Sandro Sod. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. All right, I'm gonna message Canty in his chat. All right, well, I think. Okay, so we're doing a few questions right now.
And like have that kind of mental focus, right? Like it's
Yeah, like
probably
it's
challenging if you're 10 or 15 or 50, right?
yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's like very easy to get tired during chess games, so
I
like it's very helpful to have.
I can only imagine. I don't know that I could play chess if that's what it took, honestly.
Yeah.
I'll get send you my card, Jacqueline. We'll talk. We'll get you
Okay.
into some lessons.
All
So,
right.
Benjamin Bach, do you have any questions for our scientist, Jacqueline, or our expert in mental athlete?
Yeah, Jacqueline, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, do you have any advice for chess players or anyone else as to how they should go about staying focused for many hours on end, whether that's during chess games or study sessions
Mm.
or work?
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of that is stuff you've probably heard before, but like, the top of the list is always what you're doing, probably when you're not playing chess, right?
Mm,
Is making sure you're really taking care of your body is taking care of your brain, right? This is something I
yeah.
tell people all the time. And probably the most important things you can just be doing outside of playing chess are making sure that you are eating a really healthy diet, getting good sleep because your brain cannot function well if you don't get good sleep. That's something we could talk about all day long. And really the nutrients that we get, whether they're in a supplement like Mental Athlete or they're just in our diet, are what really continue to nourish your whole body, which includes your brain, and make sure that it's working optimally. And that's been shown over and over again in big population studies. And then the other things that go into that, getting regular exercise, keeping your overall other stress levels down, right? Because stress is not very good for our brains, and the more that we can keep it managed, the better it is. So, a supplement like Mental Athlete really should be thought of as being additive in benefit to what we're sort of trying to do most of the time in our lives to just, keep the kind of balance that helps us stay mentally sharp, not just for chess, but really for everything. It's what contributes to having a healthy brain you know, when you're much older than you are now. So,
Thank you, Jacqueline. Now, okay, this is it. Last one is
oh,
Jacqueline.
okay.
I'm a chess player and I
Yes,
don't know anything about this product. Why should I buy it?
yes.
Give it to me in like 20, 30 seconds. Why should I get this product? What's so good about it? I'm a chess player. I need to know. And tell me what that is.
Yeah, well, I think this is, a set of ingredients that were specifically curated for the benefits that, these mental athletes would need, right? So to help contribute to overall brain function and clarity and focus and attention, but without the drawbacks of the things that are typically marketed for that space, which are usually kind of heavy on the caffeine and other stimulants, which I think, particularly in a game like chess, which I did not know almost anything about until I came into this role. But it seems like, this is definitely not a case where you want those stimulant side effects because they can really probably interfere with your ability to concentrate and focus. And it's different if you're an athlete out on a field and you're going to be running around all day, then some of that stimulant effect can be great. But if you need to sit and pay attention and have that sort of acute mental focus, that's really what this product was built for.
Cute mental focus. That's sharp. I like that a lot. Benjamin Bach, did you have any more questions?
Um, and well, I think we covered a lot of ground. Lots of great questions. Let me think. Yeah, how many of these should people take a day?
Yeah, I think the labeled dose is the correct dose. I think it's labeled for 2 tablets a day. And that's based on the studied doses of the ingredients. So I know we live in a culture here sometimes in North America where people always think more is better, but in this case, I would say sticking with the labeled dose of the product is the best choice.
Thank you for that. And Naranja,
That's right.
anything else from you?
Um, Not really. I am like really wondering, you might have addressed this, but do you need to take it multiple times for it to really take effect, or is it okay the first time you take it?
Yeah, so it's a little bit of both. That's a good question. So, particularly the sage extract that's in this product is designed to have a pretty fast onset, meaning that studies have shown that people can feel the effects of it in 30 to 60 minutes, which is really quick. But there's also benefit of many of these ingredients, particularly the citicoline, has long-term effects. So you get a better effect from it if you're taking it consistently over a longer period of time.
Okay,
So it's a
thank
little
you.
bit of both. Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Good questions.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Okay, I think that's enough for now. We need to get more bottles out. They're giving them for free right now, Jacqueline. Did you
Oh,
know that?
amazing.
We
Go
actually
get
are
some for
getting,
free.
yeah, free bottles are out right now. It's incredible.
Okay.
Of course, we don't have a lot of these, so we're giving them out free right now for people that want to even try the product. So thank you so much, Jacqueline, for today. We
All
learned a
right,
lot, and this will be going on YouTube too as well. So you can
cool.
watch
Oh,
it back
good.
and
Let me
stuff
know,
like
let
that.
me know
So
when that happens. I'll go check out what everyone else says too, because there was a bunch of other really fun people speaking, I think, during this tournament. So,
amazing.
good luck, everybody. this sounds like you're in the final phases of the tournament. So
Quarterfinals. That's right.
quarterfinals. Good luck.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Have a good
All
day.
right. Take care. Bye bye.
All right, Bach and Ryan, you guys are good to finish the match.
All right, thank you, James. All right, everyone, time to log back in. Focus. Okay, so we need one more point. It's either one win or two draws and we win the match. Let's switch it up a little bit. Anyway, as I said before, I hope everyone's doing well. Last couple of days have been, there's a lot been going on. So would appreciate everyone being kind and respectful to one another in the chat. Okay, goes there. I believe I can go d4. It has to be good. Game think queen takes. Queen c8. Wait, there. Okay, but I thought d5. Okay, so he takes and then knight h4. Okay, bishop b4 is a move, but hard time believing he can get away with that. Okay, knight h4, bishop d5. Okay, if I go d5, he takes. I go. I want to go knight h4. Bishop e4. Queen. Can I take and take? I'm gonna say yes. Okay, so I'm calculating the following line. Bishop 65, knight h4, bishop e4, queen c2, f5, knight takes f5, rook takes f5, bishop takes c4. And so bishop takes e4, and let's say he goes like rook h5, bishop takes d5, rook takes d5, queen c4, knight e7. I mean, I have rook takes d5, I guess. Queen takes d5, queen takes b4. I mean, I have e4, but there's b5, so it's not that clear. But yeah, I think bishop b4, okay, queen c2. Yeah, I think queen c2. Oh, wait, or does he have rook e8? But then, I mean, knight f5 is also there. Okay, queen e3 feels off. I'm gonna go here. Do you think he has to see what he's gonna do? Yeah, but I think now just, okay, knight takes f5, rook takes f5, bishop takes c4, bishop takes c4, rook takes c8 is check. And like, I mean, rook h5, but I take, and queen c4, knight e7, take. Looks winning. I'm gotta go for this. Yeah, okay, so I have a few options. Maybe bishop f3 is a move, which honestly looks pretty good. Because, okay, where does he go? Rook g5, h4? Okay, but the other option is bishop takes d5, rook takes d5, queen c4, knight e7. I mean, I take, knight takes e4. Just good, but... Okay, that's good, but game goes on, so let's... Rook takes, queen e4, knight e7. Also good. I think bishop f3 is good. So queen e8, he hangs d5. Bishop takes 3, rook takes d8. Oh yeah, wait, queen g5, and then hangs that. G5, h4. I think this is good. Yeah, but just h4? And what does he do? Okay, rook takes g3, f takes g3 doesn't change anything. Rook just doesn't have any squares. I think just h4, I don't see what he's gonna do. Okay. You can just take and take. Bishop takes g5, rook d1 looks pretty simple. I'll just do that, I'll just keep it simple. good stuff. We win the game and win the match. I think that was a pretty nice game. Let's check it. All right, GG's.
Chess, and you're good to go. When you are ready, congratulations, Bach.
Thank you,
All right, nice
Kenzie.
job. Yeah.
Yep. Thanks for the games.
Thanks.
And good luck.
Good luck. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. All right. But yeah, thanks, James, for hosting, and see you next round.
No problem, dude. Hey, congrats, and I'll see you next time, bro.
See you next time. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, everyone. Okay, so we win the match 2.5-1/2. My opponent played. He played pretty well, but we managed to win the match quite convincingly. So let's have a look at this last game. I think it was a pretty nice game. We had some nice sacrifices. All right, so I opened up with the English. You in here? Let me pull up the chat. Like I said, I was not reading the chat during the games, obviously, because it's not what we. Whoa! I see. I got a $100 donation. Thank you so much. That's super generous. Really appreciate that. Thanks so much. Thanks a lot. I don't know if there was a message attached, but yeah, thank you so much. That's super generous. Thank you. Wait, sorry. Let me pull it up. But thanks, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. So we'll first analyze the game, and then we'll talk, a little bit about everything that has been going on. Obviously, cannot. Thanks, Domain Architect, for the $100 donation. Thanks for your stream on Daya. It was a good thing. He was getting a lot of hate. Yeah, no, I mean, for me, it was super tough because I've been in touch with Dayam very closely. I mean, I had known him for a very long time, as I explained in the video. I had known him since I was 12 years old, but we really connected during COVID. But I'd say we really became close friends since March of this year. We were constantly texting. We had a lot of calls about pretty much everything, about, live streaming, chess, coaching, you name it, courses, chess, life, politics, economy, just everything. He was telling me, about his, about how he was holding up, being the second at a tournament. And I was kind of trying to support him through that because it's not always easy for him. Thanks Rainier for the Prime, and thanks Champ for the 38 months on Twitch. Thanks Chesterine for the Prime as well. I hope all of you guys are doing well. Please, keep, never forget dying, everyone. But yeah, we really became really close friends, and it was really tough because we called as recently as last Friday. We prepared for the Comet Open, and we had texted. I mean, he last texted me on Saturday. I had even sent him a text on Sunday, and which is unfortunately the day he passed away. And like I said earlier, yesterday I was in San Francisco for the funeral, so it was a long day. But obviously, of course, I wanted to be there to pay my last respects to Dayam, and of course to his family. But let's first go through the game, and maybe we'll talk a little bit more about that. All right, so it started out as an English. By the way, it's kind of like an hyper-accelerated dragon with colors reversed. But anyway, this is a tricky line with knight f3. We're delaying the move knight c3 so that we can go b3 and bishop b2. And this actually attacks the pawn, so it forces a reaction from him. I go here. Now, d4 is a move, but I like this move queen c1 followed by rook d1, because not very often I have this idea of d4, and we managed to execute it here. So d4 takes, I recapture e4, and d5. Nice move. Daya certainly was someone who liked sacrifices. Takes, apparently knight g5 is a little bit better. It's not a move that was on my radar. Hitting this, obviously he cannot take due to the checkmate. If he goes here, queen e3. Takes here. Okay, some Okay. And with knight h4, I thought this is also good. There should be 4, queen c2. But I really thought he had to go rook e8 here. Unfortunately, after rook e8, I was going to go knight f5. Bishop f8. And he's got, wait, knight e3. Okay, yeah, maybe it's all holding together. Yeah, knight b4 is just in time, because knight e7 would run into this, I suppose, or taken in here. But of course, difficult to calculate everything in a rapid game. He played a5, and now he had a really nice sacrifice. Take here, and there's just way too many threats. Rook h5, bishop f3, he went here. h4, he's in trouble because the rook's under attack, and he cannot hang this. So he sacrificed his queen, but we took. And here, I mean, I knew I could move the queen, but I figured like this is just much easier, trade everything off. And the endgame is a nice win. So, a nice game with some nice sacrifices. All right. Yeah, no, but like I said, I mean, yesterday was, yeah, definitely not a fun day. But definitely something I did not wanna miss for my good friend Daya. And yeah, and I talked with a lot of people who were close to him, learned a lot of stories. And it was, I mean, it was an honor to hear that he really saw me as a close friend. But I heard a funny thing. Apparently, he told a friend, like, oh. Wait, sorry, let me pull up the chat. Danya lived in Charlotte, but he is originally from California, which is why the funeral was there. Thank you to Bornik for the raid. Bornik, hope you're doing well. Hello everyone from Bornik's channel. Hope Bornik is staying strong. I mean, I wish I did not see Bornik yesterday, if that makes sense. But hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, Bornik. It was yesterday in San Francisco, yes. Hope all of you are doing well. Okay, so we win the match. We move on to the semifinals. Yes, Ref Mai. Eric or Roman, no, they were not there. But the family, they really appreciated how many people from the chess community came there from all corners of the world. Like some people already said, Ferrugia was there from France. Of course, Diana's good friend Robert Haas was there from London. Yeah, Hikaru was there with his stepfather, Danny Rensch from Chess.com, Mike Klein from Chess.com. Alexander Botes was also there. A lot of people, of course, from the Charlotte community. Levy and his wife, they were there. Oh, Robert Haas is from New York, but he's living in London these days. Dina, yep. No, but they really seem to have a great community in Charlotte. Who they really did look after Diane. Magnus was not there. All right. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, no, I mean, I get this question a lot, like how am I holding up? I mean, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. But I'm doing fine. I mean, the one who really needed support was Daya. I'm doing fine. But of course, it sucks. Hello, Andy. Hope you're doing well. Saw Andy at the St. Louis Chess Club day before I left for San Francisco. I'm sure a lot of the players from the US Championship wish they were able to go as well. But, unfortunately it was at the same time as the US Championship. Okay, I see Wesley Drew, so Fabiano is the US Championship for 2025, so congratulations to Fabiano. I personally wanted to see a playoff, but Fabiano, he really, he again played the best chess and fully deserves it. Yeah, no, super, super unfortunate. I'm sure that a lot of the players, I mean, I'm sure someone like Shankland, who has known him since childhood, he definitely would have gone. I mean, everybody in the community loved Daya. Yes, no, I did see that he was not well that night, so indeed I challenged him to get a game against him so I could type in a chat to tell him to get some rest. I challenged. Oh, wait, sorry. But yeah, and I think especially Peter and Bornik, they were great friends of Danya who really looked after him. Went over to his house to check in on him. Danya, yes, he did type, yes. Thank you. All right, so yeah, we move on to the semifinals. All right, and in the semifinals, I probably play Caden Trough. Well, I mean, it was. I mean, I think anyone who watched the stream was worried. Anyone could tell that something was off. And of course, you don't want to see your friend like that. Thank you, made agent, for the 300 bits. I mean, I'd say play as many games as possible to improve. Mm-hmm. Hans was boarding games as well, yeah. Thank you, beginnings. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, it's really unfortunate. It's really just so stupid. I mean, or how do I put this? It's so unfortunate how this whole thing went on for such a long time. Yeah. I see somebody asking a question in the YouTube chat. I mean, we won the match because it was 4 games, so scored 2.5 points. No, true. I mean, yeah, literally, yeah. I cannot think of anyone else who was more beloved in the chess community. He was one of, yeah, probably one of my best friends. Probably one of my best friends. And thanks, Mate Agent, for the 200 bits. What do I think is a just punishment for Kramnik in this situation from FIDE? I had been thinking about it. I think Kramnik definitely needs to be banned, definitely for a certain amount of time, by FIDE as a player, but also as a captain. I would not be okay with Kramnik being a captain at, let's say, the next Olympiad next year. He was the captain of the Uzbek team in 2024. I would not be okay if I would play for the Netherlands team and if I would see him there. I would not be okay with that. So he should not be anywhere as a player, as a captain, as a commentator. He should not be in the chess world whatsoever. I think FIDE, I think they're gonna take action. And otherwise, as a community, we should demand action. By the way, another note, and I have been wanting to make this note for a while. Give me just 1 second. Give me just 1 second. This is something I all right, give me just a second. All right. Okay. So I'm sure most of you guys know Chessable, but the reason why I wanted to point this out is because of this. Like, Chessable should also take action. Honestly, I think they should just remove his courses from the platform. They should just remove his courses. He can keep his royalties, but I don't wanna see his courses on the website. Definitely not on page number 3. At the very least, it should be moved back to like the very last page of the website. But honestly, I think they should just remove his courses from the website. Just get him out of the chess world. Because there is such a thing as... okay, here's the thing. I am a big believer in the First Amendment, freedom of speech, but we have the freedom to say like, okay, if that's what you want to say, then get lost out of our community. So Chessable should take action and remove his courses from the platform. That is my opinion. I also checked, I don't see his courses on chess.com, so perhaps chess.com already took action, but now Chessable should take action as well. People have been saying, should his world championship title be revoked? I think not, because that is, I mean, he did become a world champion at that point in time. So, I think that is something we cannot take away. As for the Grandmaster title, generally the only way somebody is stripped from their Grandmaster title is if they're found cheating. So I think we also cannot strip him from the Grandmaster title. That is maybe something that can be explored. I don't know the rule book, but I think he should just be, removed from the community. I don't want to see him at any tournaments. I don't want to see him on any platforms. I don't want to see him as a player, coach, commentator. I hope if Hans is watching, he already got himself a new coach, because it would not be acceptable if Hans continues training with Kramnik. It would not be acceptable if anyone continues training with Kramnik. And the main one of the main reasons for that is because there were many points on which Danya said that Kramnik was causing him emotional and physical harm, and Kramnik just continued. Right? At that point, he's just clearly intentionally harming him. Champ, you can DM me. Yeah, you can reach me on Discord or on other social media platforms. You can reach me on Twitter, Instagram, you name it. The Discord probably the best way to reach out. Feel free to add me on Discord and send me a message over there. When did he say that moves? Danya, he was not cut from. I mean, it's a complicated story. You guys have to keep in mind. Well, here's the thing. I've been watching some videos today, and honestly, it is kind of unfortunate because I really do think that Danya and Hess were the best commentators. If I'm being honest, I think Danya was the best commentator, but I think Danya and Hess was the best commentator duo. Nobody really came close to them. But it's not, well, Danya, he had a job as the lead commentator. And he had been commentating a lot, so he became the lead commentator in 2022. Because most commentators, they're being paid by the hour. Like, for example, when I do commentary for chess.com, I'm being paid by the hour, but Danya had a contract. So he's doing a lot of events, and he was doing a lot of streaming. So I think for, some reasons he wanted to take a step back. So he wasn't necessarily completely cut, that's also not fair. What, yeah, by the way, that emote that we have, is there a mod here? I don't know how to get rid of the chess.com emote, because I do honestly want to get rid of it. Because I want to have a respectful discussion without those weird emotes in there. Is there a mod here by any chance? Yeah. No, I think yeah, somebody Danya said multiple times on stream that he was the one who wanted to step back and that he and chess.com were on good terms. Yeah. It's a complicated story, and Danya has been streaming a lot over the years, so I also think he said what he wanted to say, and he also perhaps did not say things he did not want to say, and we should respect that. Of course, as a good friend of his, I talked a lot with him about many things. But like I said, he said what he wanted to say on his streams, right? Then you made agent. Boson, can you please be respectful? Alright, I'll step away for just a second. I'll grab some water. Thank you, Janner Chess. No, Kramnik legitimately has some sort of problem. He literally has some sort of yeah. Perhaps, yes. Yes, exactly, diagnosable issue. Because it's honestly starting to become really strange. Not for a year. I think he started, it was almost 2 years. Let's see. Shadow Sprite. I mean, I would not say I'm retired, but I'm not as active over the board as I once was. But I would not say I'm retired. I do not hang. No, I don't hang out with. I mean, I like Benjamin Feingold, but I don't hang out with him. I mean, I saw him at the Esports World Cup. I'm thinking about some tournaments. I think, well, I mean, I think the thing with Kramnik, they should have taken a firmer stance. All right. All right. Here we have the bracket of the tournament I was playing earlier. It's slightly, it's fortunately you all can still see it. It still needs to be filled out though. So I won the first round, 3-0. Won the second round, 2.5-half. And I'm guessing that probably Caden Trough is gonna make it through. I'd have to check if he won his first match. Not, you know, I mean, he's gonna have to get through Lafong or James Churilov. You know, not a 100% given, but Caden definitely fair, and then I would face off against him in the semis. Definitely a big match there. But I heard a funny story. I heard a funny story yesterday. Um, so first of all, it was really nice to hear that. I mean, so Daya was, of course, one of my favorite people to talk to. I mean, I saw him as one of my best friends, and it was nice to hear that. Yeah, he also saw me as such a close friend, and apparently he told someone else. He told someone else. He told him like, Bach, love that guy, but I can never hang up the phone on him. You know, the guy just keeps talking. But it's just because it was always so enjoyable to call with him. But yeah, I am honestly slightly guilty of that. I had a phone call with another friend today for like almost 3 hours. I am okay, yeah. No, Daya, he was really funny, yeah. I saw some of his impersonation videos. I saw his impersonation video today. Really, yeah, really, really impressive. Honestly, how many people he could impersonate so well. I'll get back to you as soon as possible, champ. No, yeah, indeed. Devastating loss for the chess world. And yeah, like I said, I mean, for me, he was first and foremost a friend. Yeah, Tilburg. Also, his pronunciation was really good. His Dutch pronunciation. Some words are pretty difficult to pronounce. Wesley. Okay, I got second place in that. his laugh, his laugh. He's got a really funny laugh. I watched it today, otherwise I would have watched it again. But it doesn't feel genuine to watch it. Yeah, if I already watched it today, it doesn't feel genuine to watch it again. He tried. I mean, I can show you guys his impersonation of me, but I don't think it was that good, if I'm being honest. But you guys can judge. And where is it? Okay, I won't be sticking around too much longer. All right.
Well, Benjamin is from Holland, so I like Benjamin's accent, but it's not Southern. It's a mixture of Dutch and trying to talk like Hikaru. So I think that move the knight. I think I did move the knight here. Let's do puzzle rush. Let's do some puzzle rush. But if I move the bishop, then he's gonna have knight f4. It's just not good. It's just very, very sad. That was not bad. That was my next. That's my next.
All right. Well, wait. Where? It was not that. Yeah, I think his other impersonations were definitely better. I think though. He. It's pretty. You guys think it was good? 2020-ish Bach. But it sounds more British. It sounds British. It sounds British. But I think he has the pace. Probably the pace was good. Probably the pace was good. But I think it's hard to impersonate me because I don't have a very clear, strong Dutch accent. So it's very indistinguishable, I think. Impersonating me is really hard. Yeah. You give it a 7. No, but I think the pace, the cadence is I can see that. I can see that. I can also increase the Dutch accent. Okay, but Hikaru can just play this move against Magnus. And okay, if he plays this, then he just wins the game. Okay, I'm just gonna have to I'm gonna have to ask my father and my mother, you know, what we are gonna do. What we are going to do together. Is that a good Dutch accent? Efim Geller. Yes, Kasparov impersonation was pretty good, yeah. That can be more Dutch. Yeah, his Ivanchuk impersonation was pretty good. When did I first meet Dayan? So I first met Dayan, or I first got to know him at the World Under 12 Championship in 2007. So I've known him for more than half of my life. It was actually the championship where he won the gold medal. We played the year after in under 14, and he beat me in the last round. But as I said before, we did not keep in. We only really connected during COVID because he was streaming. I started streaming as well. But like I said, we became, I'd say, really close friends this year. I mean, we were already friends, but we became like really close. I'd say this year. Mm-hmm. All right. No, but yeah, I mean, the whole situation sucks. I mean, it sucks. That's sort of the overwhelming feeling for me now. That it's like, I'm like, excuse my French, but I'm like, fuck, he's really gone, you know? It just sucks. No, I mean, it's like saying like time can heal, but yeah, I mean, it's. Okay, Boson, you're being annoying. You're being disrespectful. Perhaps it is indeed the biggest chess shock in the chess world ever, yeah. No, Daya, he was very nice. He was very kind to everyone. Even to people of whom you'd learn later, like, oh, he hated that guy. Even to those people, he was nice. Thanks, Alex. So, I hope we can all take an example from Daya and just be kind to one another. Yeah, no, it must be. I mean, obviously, it was devastating when I heard the news. Okay, Boson, you're being extremely disrespectful. So, enjoy your ban. You can come back when you can behave normally. Yeah, no, I mean, it was great to have him as a friend. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, no, absolutely. I had been in touch with him a lot. I called him as recently as last Friday, and we even texted on Saturday. Or like his last text to me were on Saturday. I sent him a text on Sunday. So yes, we were very close. I do not know. Thank you, everyone. No, like I said, I mean, I'm fine. It's just yeah, it just sucks that he's gone, you know? Just, yeah, unbelievable. When I got to San Francisco, this is not a coincidence. I entered San Francisco through gate D4 and I left through gate D4. And I know that from above, Diane responded with the King's Indian. It's a sign. We had a lot of games. We had a lot of games in the King's Indian. I would always go d4. He would go King's Indian. I would play g3, and we had a ton of games there. What's my overall record against him? I mean, I think I know. Wait, I'm about to pull it up, but I think I know from the top of my head. I think it's. I'm not looking. I think it's 83 to 122. Yes. Anyway, guys, I think I'm soon gonna get going. Oh wait, I'm blocking the thing. But yes, as you guys can see, 83 to 122. And yeah, here it says his greatest accomplishment in his early career was to win the gold medal in the. That's where I first saw or met him. I still remember that. And it was Danya. He was so little for the longest time. Which is why I would sometimes, cause that's why I would refer to him as a little Danya. But obviously at some point he wasn't that little anymore. He was 6'2". But yeah, I feel like for myself, I mean, it was very emotional the first couple of days. Like whenever I would see videos of his, or if I would go to his profile. Now, I don't get as emotional anymore. But yeah, like I said, it just sucks. What is there to say? I wish he was still here. Thank you to St. Louis Chess Club for the raid with 293 viewers. Welcome everyone. Hope all of you are doing well. Congratulations to Fabiano for winning the US Championship. No, yeah, no, that is the feeling right now, Sleazy. That it's like it should not have happened, yeah. Congratulations to Fabiano winning the US Championship, and congratulations to Carissa winning the US Women's Championship. The new 2 champions. Diane was a great streamer. I mean, if I think about it this way, I think you cannot really deny that Hikaru is the best streamer. Levy is the best YouTuber. But Diane was definitely the best commentator. He was definitely the best commentator. If you want to learn Danya's openings, Ibumi, you should definitely play the King's Indian against 1d4. That was his go-to opening. Yes, I attended the funeral. Yeah, and I think also best educator, yes. I personally don't recommend the Alapin. I mean, it depends. It depends on what your. It depends. Here's the thing. If you're a junior player, then I do not recommend the Alapin. I think you should play open Sicilians. I think you will learn the most. However, things are a little bit different if you're an adult improver. Because if you're an adult improver, sometimes you should take shortcuts, so to speak, to make it easier for yourself. Right? If you're a junior player, I think you should always be looking to play the long game. You should be playing openings that are good for your long-term development. But as an adult improver, you also have to be somewhat realistic and in some regards make it easier for yourself. What is so funny? Diane, okay, H8 is saying Diane was the number 2 commentator, then in who? H8, I suppose you mean David Howell. David Howell is also a good commentator. In my opinion, Diane was better. But it's also a matter of taste. What do I think is the best line for black against the Alapin? I always go knight f6. That is also the move I recommend in my course. There are a lot of great commentators out there, and it's also a matter of taste, but I gave you guys my opinion. I mean, there's... but yeah, I think also like Diane Hess was the best duo. That's also what I told Robert yesterday. Yeah, no, I think... thanks, mate agent. Thanks, appreciate it. No, for me, I did a stream on Tuesday. That was really my tribute to Danya. That is on YouTube. Feel free to check it out. That stream video is now monetized. So feel free to check out that video. That video is really my tribute to Dayam. Because I could not do it on the day I got the news on Monday, but I did not want to wait with it too long. Of course, I understand that, that is not something everyone would do. But since Dayam was someone who was streaming a lot, who I used to watch a lot, that's why I decided to do a stream for him. Yes, it was 2 hours. Yes, yesterday was his funeral. Yeah, no, Daniel's stream was a place where GMs like to hang out. I mean, always had chill vibes, some good chess. What I also really liked about Danya is that he could also talk about other things other than chess. I did know that, yes. Yeah, he would. So many times, he used words, and I would look them up. Hmm. I also did not like being in the early contingent of players that had to use Proctor, and that is actually the thing that we bonded over. Because I think he was forced to use Proctor since like February. I had to use Proctor from March. And I heard from Nicholas Theodorou that he was also in Proctor, so I sent him a message. And yeah, we would talk about it a lot. But yeah, that's why we were in touch so much since March, really. Yeah, he was a history major, but he himself, but also his friends, said that he knew so much, not necessarily because of Stanford, but just because he was reading so much, and he just had a natural curiosity for things. All right, guys. Yes, everyone has to use Proctor now. Everyone has to use Proctor now. But of course, Dai and also myself, we of course acknowledge that the Fair Play team is dealing with a very difficult task. So their job is not easy. And in the end, they are trying to do the best they can for the game. Mm-hmm. Anyway. I think I'm soon gonna get going. Which article moves? I didn't really read it fully. I read the gist of it, but didn't read it fully. Like I said, Mr. Immortality. Well, I like Chess.com is definitely my favorite platform because they create so many opportunities for professionals. You guys may say like, oh, I don't like chess.com, but if you do not like chess.com, you would not have had Hikaru, you would not have had Gotham Chess. They also supported Danya's career a lot of these streamers. So they also, and I mean they're dealing with a lot of difficult issues because they're the biggest platform. But since they are the biggest platform, they can give all these opportunities to some of these creators that all of you guys like. So nobody is perfect. Nobody's perfect. anyway, I think I'm soon gonna get going. Let me check. So today is the 24th. I played match N. Okay, I will definitely be back on Monday. So I'll definitely be back on Monday. It's Friday already, dang. I'll definitely be back on Monday because that's when the semifinals is going to be of the Mental Athlete Championship. There was a tournament I was playing in today. You can check out their product over here. Hope all of you guys are doing well. Keep in mind, everybody, that the most important thing is that you're alive. Hopefully your loved ones are alive. Be nice to one another. Thank you, Sherlock. What do you mean mincing words? I don't know. H8. No. They're only doing they're only producing Title Tuesday as far as I understand. I mean, it's complicated. As far as I know, Danya wanted to take a step back from commentary, but I also know that at some point he was missing it and was looking forward to being back at some point. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. What do you mean corp speak? Okay, do you have any, okay. I mean, maybe you know more than I do, Mr. Immortality. All right, well, anyway. Okay, do you have a link for that? Thank you, Daddy On. Appreciate that. I mean, well, I think that was just a freestyle event. But honestly, that was just disrespectful to say to, you know, again, in my opinion, the best commentator. Yeah, I know they were doing their own stream, but of course it's different. Okay, anyway. Anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap up. But the way I think about it is that, you know, Danya has streamed a lot in his life, and he has publicly said what he wanted to say, and he's also not said what he did not want to say, and we should also in a way we should respect that. Even though, I mean, perhaps I do know some of the ins and outs of things. Like I said, I don't want to say things that he did not say. You know? Because a lot of things he just wanted to keep private. Right? But that's normal. Anyway, hope all of you guys have a good weekend. Like I said, yeah, make sure that be kind to one another. Just be grateful that if you're alive and you're healthy, be grateful. Be grateful if your loved ones are alive and healthy. And on that note, I'm going to wrap up. So thanks everyone for watching. Indeed, remember Diam for all his great contributions. And I will see you guys next time. Let's see.